Welcome to part 37 of the Antean campaign for Total War Attila. Now, in the last part, we kind of kept pushing west. We occupied the city of Pajitsky, and we're kind of building. It's slow progress. We've got we captured Leopolis here, which we've now kind of started to stabilise. It's a return to the homeland, and at the moment the poor old Rugians are under siege here from some rebels, which probably won't do much unless, of course, I don't know what the garrison's there. I mean, the garrison will probably win against this small rebel army here, and we had to come back here to deal with a rebellion. And what I'm going to do is send this army up to take this area here,
Your next command.
so that he can reclaim this settlement. And we're going to bring this spy down this way. I mean, at the moment it's going to be a case of kind of creeping forward, dealing with the enemy. And I mean, I'd love to come down and actually take this area here as well, but at the moment there's not much I can do. There's one thing I have looked at is, where is it? Here. I've decided that I need to solve this sanitation problem at the moment. Until this can be built up, I'm gonna knock this down, the steel forge down one level. That will fix, and because I'm more interested in building this up here, and then once this has reached a point I can drop a sanitation building in here, then I will start building things back up again. But I really need to be able to manage the squalor. Also, probably the other option is that I was kind of thinking about this, and yes, having a smith there is very nice and having access to those large shields, but now I've got the, what they called, these slightly more elite shield units. I think maybe having that smithy there to create the large shields is probably not as beneficial as it appears on the surface. So what I may do is actually kind of, how can you say, I will build a smithy somewhere else, knock that down, get the benefit of the sanitation and the food, although I don't think this actually has much of a food shortage. Got a little bit, but then we've got the potential to build up that. So I'll probably just leave it for the moment. I'm not sure. And here I'm more interested in the public order. We've got plenty of food here for some reason, so I think we can take that up, fix this public order problem that I've had here. Up here again we've got a food shortage, so I really think I need to get this in here, because I've built this for stability reasons, and I think if we put some food in here, take this settlement, build a fishing port, that might actually help. So I'm getting a lot of parts areas at the moment, provinces, sorry, not areas, what am I talking about, which is given a problem. This has got negative food as well. We've got plenty of cash, that's one thing. Food consumption 20, see again I've got negative food here, which is a bit of a pain in the neck. And I think that's going to give me 2 public order, 2 squalor. We've got plenty of there. It's the public order that's going to do it, but I think we're going to have to take that up. As I say, I'm knocking this forge down at the moment, so I don't really want to build anything new in here. I mean, we've got plenty of squalor here. Not squalor, sanitation. But do I really want to build that up? Well, I could, but you've got more food than you know what to do with. Gelonus is so far back behind the front line, I don't really need. That 50 food would make eat a big chunk into. And what else would I get for it? Get an extra 100. And that would increase the squalor again. I think maybe we'll just grow that up a little bit. And then of course over here got a bit of sanitation to spare. Come on. And that would consume 40 food. Again, we're short on food, so we really need to get another food building. I think I'm just going to sit on the fence for that one. I think army recruitment wise we're good. I think maybe we're just push up the forces here. You're quite happily sat here defending. So we've got lots of armies, but at the same time, so we're going to go for an intern.
It is time to talk like men of many things. We can
Okay.
put the side.
We'll let you marry her. She's 48. That keeps you happy. I'm happy. One of those rebels will do their thing and actually take that. I doubt it. They're not a big enough force. I think they're just gonna probably get beaten away. And the Sclavians will probably come down and rescue the Rugians, which is going to be a bit unfortunate. There's a lot of East Roman forces down here, so I've got a feeling.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much.
No, I'm not going to give you that for military access. I don't want you creeping off somewhere, giving me problems. Yeah, I think the old East Romans are going to prove a bit of a challenge. So I think once we've secured the north, so got demolition. Oh, right. Population surplus in. There we got a population surplus down here. And what am I going to drop in here? Got no sanitation, so I'd love to open up that for gold, but if I did that, oh, this is a tier 3. Sanitation here, 3. I can take that up. Now, if you've got a bit of sanitation, if I take that up, that consumes food, that consumes 3 squalor, and that gives me squalor, and this gives me a near. That's going to be a bit difficult, because part of me says expand this and drop a well in, but that would mean, well, I don't really need gold anyway, do I? See, that's got squalor. If I built that, this goes up to level, that would give me level 3 squalor, but I've got no spare squalor here. I think I'm going to just put a well in there, I think, so this will let me take up these fishing ports. And this should now fix the sanitation here for the moment. Yep, brings the squalor. I mean, I could take that down completely, but right. rid of you, and
For the tribe.
your job is to come up here.
Getting on our way.
Can you?
We take this settlement.
Not next turn. So yep, looks like the old rebels have been beaten away here. When could I do the dirty on the Rugians? I've got part of me says yes, do the dirty on them, but at the same time they're not doing any harm. Off this stanza, it'd be nice to come up here and deal with those, but I think at the moment we're just gonna have to sit on the fence. I think this area is going to be more interest. Where's my other spy? You're kind of just sat here. I think if I bring this up, this hero out this way, then you can kind of come out this way. I think it's going to be quite important to keep an eye on the Eastern Romans here. You can see there's a lot of forces here, which could make life very difficult for me. Food consumption still minus 10. Of course we got negative sanitation now. We're certainly going to need to get that up before we get disease. So, in this crazy situation where I've got more money than I know what to do with. This should start to improve the food situation, but not enough to be able to do anything at the moment. That's going to just increase the squalor even more. So I think we're just going to have to sit on the fence a little bit here. And got a bit of religion here. Food consumption 20, that's minus 2. I hate the climate. I hate the climate model in Attila, I must admit. I think I'm half thinking of. Well, we might as well take that up just to improve that. Yes, I'm half thinking my next campaign is going to be. How can you say? Getting quite short of food here. Yeah, I'm half thinking that my next campaign, Total War campaign, will probably be the big one, the Western Romans. I think that's all we can do this turn. Vera.
What do you
Oh,
wish
wow,
of
what
me?
complete you have? Yeah. Yeah, I've been putting it off for some time, but I think my next Attila campaign will be Western Rome or Eastern Rome. Probably Western Rome, because I think I've spent a lot of time in the East in the last couple of campaigns, especially having done the White Huns. So I think maybe it's time to bite the bullet and do the Western Roman Empire. Just to kind of, while this is going, I'm also going to talk about Warhammer. I do have the game and I have been playing it, and after a comment I've received, I did a test recording, and where I can play Warhammer without recording, the playing and recording at the same time I'm just not getting the FPS. It's really struggling to maintain 30 FPS. So I've got a slight problem there. I mean, I must admit, I do have a, by gaming standards, I do have a fairly aging graphics card. It's seen better days, and I've been meaning to upgrade, and I think I'm going to have to in order to be able to produce quality recordings. Critical success. The judge and the companion. So you're at the top. That's my faction heir. You can press the family down. Oh, you're still in. I think we need you in as a judge. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a little bit disappointment. I mean, I was expecting. I must admit though, I have had a few problems even playing Warhammer with my current setup. It goes okay, but in some of the battles, I think it's all the extra particle effects caused by the magic and stuff like that kind of triggers a stutter. It looks a bit like I'm gonna have to kind of just wait here at the moment and see what's going on. I think actually what we could do is that oh, let's get this out of the way anyway first.
Siege to their hovels.
It's going to be a close battle. They've got lots of archers. They've got a governor and a navy. I think we're going to fight this. We haven't fought a battle for a little while. Yeah, so Battle of Duna. I think I saw an artillery ship in there as well. So I mean, they've got some quite long range archers as well. So that could be a bit of a problem. But I've got at least one who's got the extra range. Maybe I should have upgraded those troops. But right, so we're going to start the deployment. Well, I think we're in roughly the right place. So, and I think what we'll do is we'll have a front line here, and I think we're and I think what we'll do is we'll just keep the cavalry on our flank at the moment, just in case. I think we're just going to have to punch in pretty quickly. You guys can move forward. I think you guys can just move forward. Where's my general? Where are you, general? Oh, you're over here.
The enemy approaches.
And
We hunger for blood and battle. Deadly missiles ready. As you say. Fire on them. Spearmen.
poison my own troops straight away. We'll push you guys forward. go some when you actually start thinking,
Their
fear.
general is dead. A lethal blow.
Cool.
Fire! Fire on them! The enemy are losing their advantage.
Right. Take you off. y- Want you over that way. You over that way. Oh, no, you over here. See if we can get some range in. Thanks, units. Kind of. You can push through. Maybe I should have mixed these troops up a bit. Not sure why I've got this guy here.
Our general is being attacked. Keep him alive.
You keep focus firing on those. Think cavalry out over there. Take out those archers. You guys can keep firing in on those.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Right. Idiots have poisoned themselves. Actually, I think it's time for you guys just to pull back and form a flanking force. Actually, you stay. Get rid of that tower. X-Men. I think I'll split a couple of you. Actually, no, you just keep pushing in on these. Cavalry. I think you can come around the back. Couple of you go and form that way. Get into there. These guys are taking quite a lot of damage. So
The enemy tower is no more than wreckage now.
right. You guys can come back that way. You can form a defensive line there. I don't think there's a general up there. And we've kind of... The only thing that's left is their navy. And I think we can just use the...
See who? The gods watch over us.
Just bring these guys in.
Forward! Our men return to the fight.
Yep. I don't know where they went, but oops. Right. They're beaten. They're breaking.
Warriors eager for blood. Missile warriors.
I suppose we're just gonna have to get out there and get the artillery ship.
Fire them. We'll kill them all. Missile
Move forward.
loose.
You can kill them. Just gonna speed the game up a bit. Just try and speed this up a bit, just in case that artillery ship decides to be a pain in the butt. There we are.
Praise the gods. Your victory is moment.
Nearly lost one of our elite units, but I think that was probably down to me actually probably hitting my own men with archers. And we got the king. We killed their faction leader. That's nice.
Ready for orders.
I think while I'm looking at it, they can get upgraded straight away. Dura, Sacred Grove. Actually, no, don't need another Sacred Grove. We've already got one. Repair that, and then we can convert that into a fishing port. Got some sanitation issues, but that should fix itself. And get the food going straight away here.
Blood
I
and
want
blood.
you down, just keeping an eye on.
Is there nothing
There,
else?
you keep an eye on their capital.
Work then.
That's all desolate, so that could be another good province to take.
Ready for battle.
I think we've got free access to military access. Well, I think crossing these rivers is going to be fun, but I think maybe it's time for these two armies to combine to take on these guys.
Thirsty for battle.
So, yep, decisive battles. So we've got a little bit of a victory going on up there, and I've lost complete track of time. So, quick flip through. Yeah, we've got you up here. We've got minus 80 odd food at the moment there, so I think won't do any harm. Take the sanitation up there. We've got the money to spend. Scythia, still kind of knocking on there. I mean, we're going to be in the crazy situation here, I think, of having that to develop, but we'll have to unlock it and then kind of wait for the wonder to be built. Wonder, who wrote the book? Okay, we've got a food shortage here. Sacred winds. Winds blows. Interesting. Actually, is there any way? I mean, I'm kind of pumping out the replenishment, research rate, public order, construction costs, growth 10%. do I really need growth here now? Maybe if we public order up 4%, research rate, unit experience. I think we can change that to sacred winds just to try and get this religion going. How are we doing? 61%. So maybe it's time to. How am I doing here as well? You've got sacred winds. Actually, look at all mine. You've got sacred winds. You've got sacred winds. You've got. I think maybe we need to change you to sacred winds because you've only got one more slot to develop. It's a little bit of a fail there, guys. I think that's all I can do this turn. Oh, we've got some traditions at long last. Nomadic tribes. Well, we're not going to be up against nomadic tribes now. Antiquity when raiding. Campaign movement range. I think if we come this way, we go and lock this. That could be useful. So. Oh, forgot about that agent. It's quite strange sometimes if you move all the units when you're small and when you're large sometimes because you go through them more systematically, but when you've got a number of units like with this campaign, you tend to forget about the odd one. You know, the odd one which you're actually doing. I wonder where the Sclavians are off to. I mean, I would like to take these odd settlements like the one for the Rugians, even the Sclavian ones, but I'm a bit worried that if I do that it might ruin the overall reputation of the Anteans. And where I'd be happy to fight. Oh, look at that, these Romans are still sieging Constantinople. Constantinopolis.
Will you not give our people a little gold?
No, I'm not giving you military access. I don't know where you'd be going if you were. Oh well. Well, just get balanced on that. Presume that's the little rebel army that was originally sieging. Am I going to be friendly or am I going to be nasty? I'm going to be nasty. Sorry, Rugians.
There is a season when even the river of
bugger.
gold must.
What's up with those? They've risen up and crushed. Oh, they actually were doing me a favour. Oh well, what's this then? Religious sanctions. Many pagans follow the Germanic gods, fill our lands. They deserve equal rights. Give them equal rights. Impose sanctions. Enable laws to restrict the worshipping. What did we get here? Religious influence plus 10. Germanic paganism. Turns remaining. No, we're going to have to impose sanctions. Because I can't afford to lose stability. So what's up with these guys?
Be welcome, emissary, if you come in peace.
So
Be fearful if you come with false words, dripping with honeyed lies.
let's offer them. Nope. Okay, let's just offer them a little bit of cash for that. No, it's not. Trouble is there. they're military allies of the Sassanids. So I think it's, do I have a, yeah, I've got a small army here.
Ready for
I think
orders.
maybe it's
Death in battle. There is no fight.
time to
Come, fight for us, lads.
build this army up a little bit. I think I don't think I need a massive army, because this is, oh, then again, well, you've got a substantial garrison as well to back it up with, but I think
For the tribe.
it'll take you a little while to get over here, but
Is that all? I'm going. I'm a going.
of course we're going to have to stabilise this area. I'm going to convert this to a fishing jetty just to get the food up. We're going to knock that down again just to try and get this whole area a little bit sorted out, because we've now got, I mean, it'd be nice to kind of have gems here, gemstones. That would improve trade. Maybe we could drop some gemstones in here. We got some religion going there, but we certainly need to sort the food out first.
Ready for
I
battle.
think that little army there can just chill out. I think you've now got a little bit of rank, so you can get in there. You're up there. Anyone else got a little bit of rank? You can get in as an elder. Yeah, you're a governor. You're doing okay, Lord Governor. How come you dropped out? You probably get upset everybody by +5 commanded force, upkeep cost for all units, all forces. So yeah, I think that could be very, very useful. You're going to be the High Judge. As I say, he's probably going to get upset about it, but there's nothing I can do about that. And got this whole lot of
How can I help?
Eastern Romans here.
Are you sure there is nothing else? How can I
And
assist you?
I think we'll keep you coming down this way, just to keep an eye on this settlement. So
I have
let's have a quick look at the map.
to it.
So if we can take that and that, we could expand into this area and keep the Antean Empire building, but at the same time religion's going to be an issue. Although I suspect now we've lost access to, yeah, we've lost access to iron again. Bugger. Let's have a look at the Gepids. It's deteriorating. I think we can afford to wait on that. I think we may have to come down and take this away, but the trouble is we would have to come down in force, because there's a lot of Eastern Roman armies there. You've got heavy onagers. Trouble is, if I pull that away, they may sneak up. I think we need to take belts and then push and take out the Burgundians first, and then we can consolidate this area up north. I think leave the poor old Rugians here doing their thing. Really need some food here. So I'm aware of the time. I think one more turn, guys, and then that's going to be it. Sorry, this is grinding a little bit, but I think it's a necessity. I think that should pull the. Yeah, we got some sanitation now going. So, but don't have the food. Really need to get this research done. So, can flip through. Yep, you're doing okay. Pajetsky, you're doing okay. Got a little bit of food going here. I think maybe we can. This is close, so we should be able to drop that in, and that should make the religion even stronger here, which is, I think, has to be a key focus. That gives me one public order. That gives me food. That gives me public order and squalor. I've already got squalor here, and this is only going to +4 sanitation. I think if we go with market stalls, we can come down this way. I think, yeah, let's go with market stalls here and use this to push up the trade, and maybe we can do the same up here. No, this is a meeting hall. I'm already on. I've chosen this route, haven't I? Maybe I should have chosen the other route, but I've got squalor anyway, so. Right, so one more turn, and then that will be it. We've got a general here, which we will give you a bit of cunning. Military recruitment. Research rate, tax rate, local province, research rate, civil engineering. Construction costs, zeal, and in foreign, zeal +2, what does that give? Yeah, I think we're going to give you that, because you are a commander. Weighted 10%. Search rate, these look almost like mercenary units, melee attack commanders unit. I think we will go with that. Commander's armor, force morale when reinforcing, armor -10. No, I don't think you're going to suffer from that. Desert ambushes. Well, I don't think we're going to be fighting much in the desert at the moment. I think that could be useful. Yeah, I don't think we'll be fighting much in the desert at the moment. So I don't think that's going to be.
I do not hold with the overlong talk, preferring the axe's edge as an argument. So listen and then agree.
Yeah, I think we'll just keep. We'll just keep these guys strong.
The spirits tell us that we should offer you gold.
Sorry, Burgundians, but you gave me grief early in the game, and now the boot's on the other foot. We're coming for you, so we can secure our northern borders. Sassanids. It'd be nice to fight the Sassanids, actually. I mean, this is a difficult campaign because in order to get the military success, you've got to build a wonder. But that kind of means that you don't want to expand. But part of me, after that rocky start and we're now in a position to expand, kind of says, well, let's go out and conquer. So maybe I'll set my own personal sub-goals. Come on, Eastern Romans.
Trade between our lands will now end. Your
That's the Arons now kicking off. That's all those. I think you can decree it. You can decree it. You can decree that. Many of them are forced to reconsider their faith. So I'm going to have public order issues now, aren't I? But, well, it's only -1. And we've got the armies in this area. This is this. I think we need to get you down here just to stabilise. And of course Transcarpathia's in bad condition anyway. So we're just going to have to live with the public order. How many turns? Only 3 turns, so... Right. And these are military allies of the Sassanids. Bugger. So why don't they like me? So it's basically down to becoming a great power. I think, well, that navy's in striking force distance. And got a small army there. The trouble is all my main armies are over here. We've got the cash at the moment, so... And I need to get some of these guys in anyway. Public order, authority, cunning -1, great. And Receivers of the Dead, yep. Gonna be a bit of a turkey. Let's just have a look at him. Yeah, misshapen. Not quite right. God almighty. I think basically...
Death in battle. There is no finer ending.
Actually,
It's a good life.
cancel that. Build you up here, and I think you're out straight away, guy. That was a bit of a mistake recruiting that guy. Unit experience cavalry, Bowermonger.
Ready for orders.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Oh well. Anything here that will... Hostile. Oh, you might as well. You're not going to be going to war that much anyway, so we might as well just make you a bit more financially orientated to offset the costs of... So it's just... Oh, we've got no ranged capability here anyway. That's going to be interesting. we'll probably need to do is you can recruit some actually.
For the tribe.
Sorry, that's
Your next command.
yep, and then
Death in battle. There is no finer ending.
and then you can come down here. Give this guy some archer capability and defend this southern frontier. Actually,
Ready for battle. Fight with us. It's a good life.
I think if we give you that, you can give him a couple of onagers so that if these guys want to go to war, we're going to kick their ass. So, right. Absolutely no sanitation whatsoever in this area, and we really need to start getting this built up.
Thirsty for battle.
I think you need to come up this way to team up with this army. I think what we're going to have to do is sit this
You have further orders?
public order out for the moment. I think. What can you recruit? I think we're use some cavalry. And you can't. Actually, you can recruit these guys because they're only one, aren't they? So, right, so just quick run through. Trans KP, you're just being held down by sheer weight of numbers. You've got plenty of food here now. So I think, yeah, you've got plenty of food here, and that's coming up. Research, wealth, tavern. That gives me squalor, and that will, if I go to the tavern, that will basically give me loads of public order and 3 squalor, but it will also give me, I think we're going to go with the tavern there, because that should bring the squalor into equality there, and that will also give me the sanitation to cover that. You've still got a bit of a sanitation problem. 2 turns, that should fix that. And you've still got a bit of negative food. That will increase the public order, and they've got the sanitation, but do I really need that? How about here? That's going to give me squalor, which I don't really can afford. You've got no spare sanitation whatsoever, so we can't really push up anything here. You've got the food. Do I really? That's going to give me +1 squalor. That's going to give me 2 squalor. Got the sanitation there. I think we'll take the military port up one. Whew. It's going to give me 3 squalor, 15 food, and we've got the sanitation, but we don't have the food. because we need these fishing wharfs, which we haven't got. And up here we're just chilling out. We got a farm coming there and a farm coming there. An additional 20 from local fertility. Additional food 6. So if I take that up, I have to gain more than 10 food. So that would give, so basically taking that up will only give me 2 food. That's a bit pointless, really. The only good side is that we'll get a bit of growth and we'll get a bit more religious influence going. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. And I'm not totally happy with that, but I think we can drop. I think we get this up, this finished, this going, and maybe we'll put in a sanitation building in here. Once this is built up, and then we can do that. But this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I've rambled on far too long, and so hopefully we're going to make good progress. We'll keep pushing out. The plan is to keep pushing out, take this area, take out the Burgundians. I think we'll leave the Rugins alone because I don't want to get into a bit of an ass-kicking contest with those. If this area runs into problems, I will just have to engineer an area here. This down here is a bit of a cause for concern, but I'm not going to attack them. I'm just going to make this a very defensible area, like I did in the early part of the Let's Play. And if these guys want to come in and try and attack me, I will let them break their forces against me. I think that would be the best solution. If they want to attack and declare war, I think the main focus has got to be in this area. If we can take out the Burgundians, push down into this area, if we could get this area here, this is desolate, this is desolate, we can kind of close off this area, and then of course my ultimate objective is to push down into this area here against this area, clear out there, I think we're going to have to accept that the Gepids are going to have to be a target, in the sense that that's the only way we're going to get iron, unless of course the Swaby do like me. No, they don't like me either.
Greetings. Speak plainly.
No,
without
they're not going to give me a trade agreement either. Anyone going to give me something? No, the Geats is deteriorating. Gepids are deteriorating. Yeah, the Gafungians are. So I think this is again one of the annoying things of the mechanics. Oh, the Sassanids is actually improving. So gives to the Afrigids past. So maybe but that's going to be for the next part, guys. So until the next part, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.